Hello and welcome to Final Show Films. I'm the executive producer here, John Bates, and I've got a few pre-show notes for you. First of all, I'd like to thank our $25 tier supporters, Antitonic, Waterflame, Samantha Bates, and Maureen Montee, without whom we wouldn't be able to do much, especially not all the content that we put forward now. I also want to thank all the people that have joined on with us since the, I would say, successful experiment that was Midsummer Night's Dream. If you're interested in that, go check out our YouTube channel, where youtube.com/Sensaku, where we performed the world's first, as far as we're aware, live stream production of a community theater performance of A Midsummer Night's Dream. That sounds like a lot of qualifiers. It's more just because that's the way I talk. Please go enjoy them, give us feedback, let us know if you'd like to see more of that in the future. If you'd like to support us financially, you can do so on our Patreon page at patreon.com/FSFilms. You can also follow us on Twitter at Final Show Films, or follow me personally at John A. Bates for all future updates and live notifications for our live stream. In the meantime, sit back, relax, enjoy. And we're live. Ustius? Ostius? Oussduis. Ostuus. I'm John, I'm playing Zorm, the Githzerai Cleric of War. Zorm is very straightforward as far as naming goes. But does he roll? Only the rock part. Why is Cher always the one people go to? There are so many others that also only have one name. Sting, Pink, Edge. I would love to be associated with Pink. What are you talking about? Elvis. Like, he did have a last name, but everyone called him Elvis. And continues to call him Elvis. I like that we got to watch you move the tokens so you could read the names that we can't see. All right, time to roll. Time for me to roll a natural 20 on my initiative. Not a natural 20, but close enough. All right, going last is kind of like going. Kind of. Yeah, you go first in the second round. Or because you can use your reaction before you go, it's like you went first before the fight started. that, that's fair. That's fair. Doesn't on my end. That tends to be a good idea. Shivering. Hello. Welcome. Roll 20 has his own. An 18 does hit me exactly. How dare you? Two. Hey, Krathik, look! I present a target. As I move to the other side of this one. What should I? Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Escher. Escher's not. I'm trying to see if I can figure out. Radius is from the center out, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I can't actually use Dawn without hitting everyone in the room. because it's a 30-foot radius cylinder of sunlight. Um, that'll work. I'm going to use. I'm going to cast Flame Strike, centering it on the southernmost bride. Actually, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to use my bonus action to cast Holy Weapon, because then I can hold off on my other 5th level spell slot for Dawn for Strahd. I'm just going to cast Holy Weapon and then attack this one I've stepped around. Cast Holy Weapon. My weapon glows with a divine light, with a divine radiant light. And I'm going to do a great weapon sword swing at this lady. I'm going to use my Channel Divinity to make that a 16. All right. Hey, look, I hit. So that's 24. That's 30 slashing damage. That's 30 slashing damage and 5. No, sorry. That's not 30 slashing damage. That is 20. That's 27 slashing damage and an amount of radiant. Just in case the radiant doubled or what. I hit her. I mean, that I'm pretty certain it does. That it does. I just don't know if they're vulnerable to radiant. No. My helm only goes off if... Oh, it does! That's right! They're within 30 feet of me! Ha 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 ha! My helm starts to glow. And if they end their turn, which she did, she ended her turn near me, takes an amount of damage. Thank you, Jeff. Forgot about that. I've never used a Helm of Brilliance before. So yeah, they take yeah. Any undead that starts its turn in the area in a 30-foot radius around me takes 1d6 radiant damage. So she also takes another 3 points of radiant damage. Boom. That's my turn. Takes 5 points of radiant damage within 30 feet of me. I'm gonna turn that. I'm gonna turn on a thing so that we can have that. Also, yes. I use my 1-a-day shield. That's why I didn't use it previously. 18 plus 5. 23. Yes, 25. Why I didn't use it earlier, because I wanted to wait until my turn had already gone. Concentration check. Good. Is that on you? protection from evil. Good. Also, have disadvantage. Yep. So they have disadvantage attack. They have a disadvantage on attack rolls against us. We can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them. Yeah. Yes. That does that mean I don't get hit? Okay. Yeah, you have advantage, Joe. Now. If you keep going, you can get advantage on her too. So she'll just burn on her turn and nothing else. Just whirl around, stunning the vampires. We have our combo. Zorm attracts all the vampires to him, then Jonelle dances around punching them in the face. Just start obliterating vampires. Until Jonelle's next turn, so which is wrong. Yep. She takes 4 radiant damage. This helm is good. I appreciate that it looks gaudy as hell, but is also very good for killing vampires that are being burnt to death. Sunblade, Sunblade. Okay, we'll be fine. I have the power of this shiny helmet. Only if I fail a DC 17 dexterity saving throw. Or sorry, only if I roll a d20 and get a 1. Well, I was gonna burn them to death. Strength and dexterity. By the way, sorcerers, if you have, I don't know if you have Quick Spell as one of your meta magics. Quicken Spell. Because Quicken Spell can be applied to cantrips, in which case you can cast 2 cantrips. Yeah. That's fine. I just wanted to point that out because that's something that a lot of people don't realize about that meta magic. Yep, it does that too. It's very useful. Take some damage. 6. 1 point of radiant damage. Please put her out of her misery. Oh, apparently they haven't been able to hear you guys, which is weird because they should.
Nice.
Literally,
this entire game.
Literally, nothing changed. I went in to see why they weren't able to hear you guys. And when I hit the settings of the audio, they were able to hear you. I don't know why OBS decided to just not listen.
Okay.
I mean, at least it's not super far in.
We've started and mostly blown through a fight with a group of vampire spawn.
Sorry about that, AG Draco.
One of them has excellent hair and a tiara. I feel like that's the only relevant thing about this fight.
Thank you for pointing that out. I have no idea why OBS was just like, da-da-da-da-da, I'm going to ignore this audio source.
Thing to remember for the editor's notes, so the editor doesn't get confused.
Yeah.
Recording.
OBS, why do you suck?
Yes, why you be?
Why you gotta be?
Storm, it's your turn.
Best life, guys.
All right. I'm just gonna Great Weapon Master. I was thinking about dropping a wall of fire, but then they got knocked out of alignment. I'm just going to.
I mean, you could still drop a wall of fire. It's just not going to make Esmeralda very happy.
Yeah. I'm just going to Great Weapon Master this one that I have advantage against. Well, blam. Does a 19 hit?
Someone.
Yes.
That much damage. Like 40 damage.
Yep.
It's exactly 40 damage.
Still up?
Yes.
I'm going to use one of my War Priest abilities to hit it again.
You can do that a number of times equal to your wisdom modifier, right?
Yep, I've got a tracker on my character.
Cool.
15 hit.
Exactly, yes.
Good. 36 points.
They did. She did! All right. Anastasia is dead. Janelle.
And I'm going to proceed to pummel the last one.
28 hits.
4
28.
vampiric brides.
For 10.
I mean, they kind of had it coming.
If they were able to talk, we might have left one alive so we could interrogate them about where the.
No, I'm not going to spend a key point. I'm just going to hit her a third time. It's 11 points of damage.
You needed 10. She's dead.
Just smack, snap.
Snap the neck with the last hit. She just turns to ash in your grip.
Is there any undead within 30 feet of me now?
Nope.
My helmet stops shining.
Your helmet's the fight music.
A little bit.
It's just a magic helmet. I don't have a spear, unfortunately. Great.
Now, were we going to kick open the coffin? I think that's what we were about to do before
I
we were
mean,
I
interrupted.
recall
like
that this
gonna
is
do
the
that.
wrong coffin. We need to find the coffin of the one he envies, not his own.
I mean,
which-
yes,
That's certainly
that's-
what Krethic's walking over to do.
Yeah. This isn't the correct coffin, no, but we're still going to kick it open.
You know,
Bruno
Just
will
walking over.
sort of fold her hands in front of her. Whatever you think is best. I think you are being dumb.
Ready, Krathic?
Krethic's already kicking.
You kick it open. It is a lavish, well-appointed coffin filled with dirt, but it is otherwise empty.
GM, would I know anything about, like, if it's possible to soil a vampire coffin
Roll me a religion check.
like that?
I mean, it is, and Zorm is doing it.
God, not what I was asking about, John.
God damn it, John.
You have no idea.
Watch,
You have no idea if a vampire's coffin is at all significant.
Watch, you've never pissed in a vampire's coffin before.
whether or not defile.
Does anyone have any inclination where the tomb of this envied man might be?
I imagine it'd be nearby. Zip.
And if anyone wants, they can roll me a religion check regarding the coffin.
Sure.
Not with advantage.
Nope.
Also not with that. That's my. Hey, Zarthamon, do you know anything about this? 23.
Yeah. So Zorm, you know that a vampire's coffin is vital to their continued existence because while it is possible to destroy them without giving them the opportunity to escape, if they manage to use their ability to retreat as mist, the only place they can retreat to is their coffin. And if that is destroyed, they will eventually just die.
Oh, we need to bust this up.
Stomp. 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 Battle axe comes out.
Great.
Hack.
Why battle axe? You've got a sunblade.
Because axes are better for chopping wooden objects than. Okay, this is a lightsaber, but
So as we're smashing the coffin, I will explain. Right, so once we kill Strahd, he's gonna turn into mist and try to come back here. But he has to have this intact, along with dirt, for it to work.
Specifically, dirt from the place in which he was buried.
And kick the soiled dirt away from the bits of coffin.
You have well and truly destroyed Strahd's coffin.
And then as we walk up the stairs, I'm going to pull off a fire opal and just throw it at the coffin to fireball the remains.
Hey, you only have one of those, right?
No, I've only got one diamond.
Okay.
Diamond. I don't even have my diamond listed on my resources because I'm never using it.
All right.
No,
I thought you were going to blow up the helmet in front of
I've got
us.
18 fire opals. We're good.
Okay.
Now 17. All right, so
There is a portcullis in front of you.
Move to the back of this group and look for a way that might open.
It doesn't seem to have a mechanism. It looks like it's just heavy and needs to be lifted.
Oh. Well, then I'll definitely move to the back of this group, just going to the two muscle heads.
all right. Zerthimon bless us. And try to lift the portcullis.
Roll me a strength check.
Can I see if there's any kind of traps or anything on here?
Prethik, are you assisting with the strength check?
absolutely.
So should we
Sorry.
both roll or just one of us with advantage? William.
One of you with advantage.
I'm gonna. My strength is 17.
My strength is 16.
All right.
Does
You
one
know
of
what? You go ahead and roll because it's you rolling dice versus me rolling dice. And the plus
Remember
one, I don't think
guidance.
it makes that much of a difference.
Yeah, I've also got guidance.
Yeah.
Da-da-da-da. 27.
Good. It was a DC 25.
Ha
All right. So you lift the portcullis.
Oh, also, I'm slightly injured. Hang on.
Because we can't see her thing, did Esmeralda get hurt in that fight?
No,
Okay.
she's fine.
I'm just gonna use.
Storm's the only one who took a
Yeah,
hit.
I'm just gonna
She's
use-
got an amount of damage left over from last session, but it's literally 10 points.
I thought we slept.
We did. Yeah, we took a long rest.
No, believe the damage was from dealing with stuff after the long rest.
Right. Okay.
I think spider was no, because we found the spiders before the long rest. And the only
It
thing
was the cauldron room.
Or the trap room. Yeah.
okay.
She's only got 10 points of damage on her.
I'll
It
I'll
appears
throw
like
cure
we're-
wounds at her too.
It appears like we're about to walk into a maze, but I am pausing for box text.
Yes, you are indeed about to.
I healed her
Box
for
text
7.
incoming!
I healed her for 7. As we step into
Grace.
the box text.
We're the worst role players.
Incoming box text. I mean, it's a Wizards of the Coast adventure. It's got box text everywhere.
Brace for box text. Box text hit.
Buried deep beneath the keep of Ravenloft lie ancient catacombs, with arched ceilings supported by wide, hollow columns that double as crypts. Cobwebs hang limp in the musty air. A thick fog clings to the floor, which is covered in putrid waste. The black ceiling is moving. Sorry, I read that it's unmoving for a second, and I was like, well, duh, but then I realized it is moving.
I attack the darkness.
Is it moving as in like millions of bats, or is it moving as in there's some sort of larger creature up there?
Yeah.
Or
interpreting
moving as shifting shadows.
Souls that are black and cling to the ceiling.
Um,
I am currently radiating light in a 60-foot radius.
based on that, you see tens of thousands of bats on the ceiling.
Yeah, because my holy weapon is glowing.
Don't pick a fight with the bats.
I mean, one good fireball.
Tens
Well,
of
you
thousands.
Phrase has come
One good
from.
fireball will make them really, really angry.
Zelda chickens.
One
Like
good
literally the entire ceiling of this catacomb is carpeted with bats.
one good firewall.
Zelda chickens.
Okay.
Does anyone
Alright.
have speak with animals?
No.
You could
No.
ask them for directions.
Fuck animals.
I feel like their answer would be, fuck you, Strahd rules, and then they would do this.
Fly away.
Actually, like bats are adorable, and a bat doing the metal hand gesture is just about as adorable as I can think.
Right?
Look,
That's great.
we'll take the left-hand side and go around till we find the right coffin.
Krethic,
Karthik, that's not the left-hand side.
hold.
Yes! Krethic is this party's Uncle Trap Springer.
Karthik, I need to talk to you about your sense of direction. Forward is not left.
Krethic started moving before you said left. Also, Krethic was about to vehemently disagree because left is the hand of the devil. Everybody knows that. You don't go left. You always go right if you're making a choice.
That's a lot of superstitious bullshit.
Wait,
We're
are
fighting a
You can't go wrong with right.
We're fighting a fucking vampire. I think superstition is the name of the game.
Oh, this is gonna be brilliant. Hang on.
You absolutely can go wrong with right. As a matter of fact, Karthik was on the right-hand side of the hallway when he got rocketed up 170 feet and then fell back down 170 feet.
Speaking of which,
What happens
Oh.
if
if I
that
get sent through a ceiling trap again,
Another elevator trap.
just let me die.
You got the other shiny items we need.
A flash of light explodes around you, and then you are plunged into absolute darkness, suddenly lying in a confined space, choked with dust. The rest of you see Krethic disappear, only to find him replaced with a shambling creature of undeath that is suddenly looking very surprised as it is standing in the place where Krethic once was.
Oh look,
Is it
my helmet starts
Arcana
shining.
or like
As a white appears in what was once Krethic's place.
Appropriately, everything just went black for me on the map.
presumably your token was
Oh,
removed.
there I am.
Oh look, my helmet starts shining.
Oh shit.
Hang on, let me take out the trash.
It's surprised. You can just make me an attack roll.
Do I get one?
Sure.
Do I get advantage because it's surprised?
No, it is just surprise.
Take a shot at it.
Yeah, I expect it won't last long.
1 for
Yeah, it's not going to last long.
38 points of damage.
I do another
Under
9.
Under your combined attacks, it just falls apart and dies.
Okay, where did Krethic go?
Can I get like an Arcana or anything on what just happened?
Yeah.
Yes, you can roll me Arcana.
Same.
Trying to figure out what's going on.
Do I get box text? Do I get box text?
You do
I
get box
my
text.
Own box text.
As soon as you force yourself out of the
Coffin
coffin.
that I'm probably chopping my way out of.
Yeah, give me a second. let them roll their Arcana first.
Natural
Zethamon,
20.
if you would please, I'd appreciate some guidance. 26.
So- Jeff, Janelle and Zorm. Zorm, this is very appropriate because you're playing a traveler. He just stepped on a teleport trap. It replaced him with some predetermined target somewhere around.
Can I get a guess as to how far away he went?
Probably not too far. Probably still within the castle.
He's probably not too far away.
He's dead. Leave him. Go forward.
Can I get?
Look around. Is the trap still there? I mean, do we see like a glyph, anything?
You getting a better look, you do see the glyphs that's formed them, and they are still active. So anyone stepping into that area will also be teleported. You also notice 2 more of them. There is literally a ring of these traps surrounding this tomb.
Can we?
There's one in each of the alcoves.
Evadable, disarmable, dispellable to any extent?
You could probably dispel them if you tried. If you had the magic for it, they don't seem to be they seem to be placed to the point where if you walk down any of these halls, you will teleport.
I'm gonna grab the white, pick it up, and then throw it back down on the teleport glyph.
It's dead. It doesn't activate it.
Damn it!
Meanwhile, Krethik.
Yes. Cut to camera on a coffin. Hobgoblin fist bursts through lid.
Yep. You find yourself at the bottom of a shaft in a dank vault with a 10-foot high ceiling. The room is awkwardly shaped and smells of rotten meat. 15 stone coffins are scattered throughout the vault, all oriented with their heads pointed north. The floor is covered with human bones and rusty swords.
That's encouraging. All right. I get out of my coffin and I start walking just to get a sense of the overall size of this place. Oh, this is big. This is long. Oh, okay. It's not that quite that. Okay. Is that weird square supposed to be something I can see and know what it is?
As you step under it and look up, you see a shaft that looks like it leads up into a different room in the castle, probably the crypt you just left.
Hold on just a second. Do. Friends!
How far is
Hello!
that? How far is that drop?
Be here. Anything.
Not. Janelle's.
Everyone roll a perception check.
It'll do. I'm assuming I can't get my guidance on this. I don't know what I'm listening for.
No.
9.
15.
I will say, Janelle, with your keen hearing, you faintly hear shouting from one of the tombs further in, but it's faint and very muffled.
From behind us or in
From
front
ahead
of
of
us?
you.
Looking around to see I go, I can hear something. Someone's yelling.
Probably Krethik.
So, just for my context, are the ruined traps on the floor? Do they seem to be on these
They're on the floor. They're triggered by someone walking above them.
I'll look at Janelle. Do you think it would be possible for you to evade these by going above them?
Hey,
Possible. I have no idea how the magic works, but I can certainly try.
Well, at the very
Right.
worst, at the very worst, if you jump over that one and it triggers, you'll go to where Krethik is, or Krethik will come back to us.
so having rolled a natural 1 on my wisdom check, there are a bunch of stone coffins here. These stone coffins might have things that need to be destroyed. So I start opening the coffins.
All right, roll me an athletics check to lift one of the other coffins off.
17.
17, that's enough. You lift one of the lids off of the coffins, and inside is a wight that wakes up and tries to attack you.
Wonderful.
We're just going to roll initiative real quick.
Okay.
For all of us?
I'm going to back
purposes.
up a few steps.
Just for
and
just for
take a-
him.
Well, yeah, but I'm going to take a few steps back and try to make a running jump over
Hey,
the
that's not too bad.
Yeah, but
and look at the other two. Get ready for something to appear if I actually disappear.
I hold up the sword. No worries. Krathik is more than well equipped enough to kill a few.
He can
wights.
handle himself.
Yeah.
No,
Though I will laugh if he teleports back here and you appear in his place.
He'll be very confused.
I picked the white up just in case. Because it'll be useful to throw at another white.
does an 18 hit you?
An 18 does not, I believe. Nope. 22.
And neither does a 13. So it
Ding.
swings its longsword at you twice, which you deflect both times.
Vroom,
And then it's your turn.
vroom, vroom. Yeah.
I would show the audience this fight. Unfortunately, I'm not there, so I can't see it.
Net 20 for 13 plus 22 radiant damage.
Gonna smite it.
No, I'm saving all of that shit for Strahd.
13
And
plus
a
3.
28 to hit
28 hits.
for another 11 radiant.
It isn't dead quite yet, so it's going to
Nope.
go back at you.
That's fine.
20 hit you?
A 20 does not hit me. My armor class is 22 right now.
Nice.
At +2 shield.
9 misses
Yep.
you. So,
9 also misses. Yep.
yep, your turn.
21 and 13.
13 misses, 21 hits. He's dead.
13 radiant. Foam. Excellent. My coming here had a purpose after all.
Meanwhile, while Krathik is killing whites, Jonelle jumps over a trap.
gonna take a running leap, try to get up as high up in the wall as I can to get over, without trying not to run into the bats.
What's your high jump distance?
Strength modifier.
Can't you also?
It's your strength. It's your strength score in feet.
12.
How high are the ceilings here?
Oh wait, no. So, sorry, high jump is not
Right,
that.
I
That's
thought
long jump.
Jonelle could go vertical on walls.
I can also go vertical on walls.
Yes, but all of the walls that you could go vertical on are within the realms of these teleport traps.
Okay.
So.
Which I'm
Right.
guessing, but I'm trying to go over the same one Krathik
Sorry,
did.
And I
Hope
give you
that-
slightly wrong. Sorry, as that's long. Long jump is your score in feet. High jump is
I can never remember how to calculate.
Okay, it's
D&D Beyond has the information on
Yeah,
high
so
I'm
when,
sure.
when you make a high jump, you leap into the air a number of feet equal to 3 plus your strength modifier if you move at least 10 feet of letting me jump. So your strength modifier on a 12 would be a 1, so that's 4 feet. So you can jump 4 feet.
Unfortunately, is not enough to clear the radius of the teleport trap, and Jonelle is replaced with another white.
Great sword.
As Jonelle, you find yourself in a coffin.
He was going straight ahead, if that matters.
It doesn't.
Okay.
He ends up laying in a coffin with his arms crossed no matter what.
I have a feeling that we're gonna have to step into these teleport traps to get out of here. I say as I cut down the next white.
And
Nice.
I'm doing the Kill Bill thing with the 1-inch punch to the coffin lid. Or
Roll me an athletics check.
22 on a ray of frost.
11.
Oh, not quite. So, Krethik, as you look around, you see one of the coffins start. The lid just starts shaking.
I walk over, sword raised. Athletics.
And
16.
You lift the lid off, and you see
Oh.
Jonelle.
No.
So Jonelle,
Uh,
you've decided to join me in the white slaying, I see.
6
Ah.
misses, 22 hits. Go ahead and roll
Yeah.
damage, Aaron.
Not intentionally. And
11 cold damage. I'm contributing, guys.
And
Hey,
then
that's-
this white is going to go and try and attack Zorm. 12 misses. Natural 20 hits you for 6 slashing damage.
Ho
Oh.
ho ho!
I see this one wants to play. Try to kill it. Does a 19
Yes. Hit, roll damage.
hit? Bam.
That's 32. He's not quite dead yet.
My
Uh,
Go ahead and if you want to just roll an attack roll.
yeah.
You hit him and your minimum damage kills him.
Yeah. Perhaps before we risked going over the traps, we should have set up a plan for if there was teleportation for like.
oh,
Um,
wait, hang on. I've got an idea.
Oh, actually, Jonelle, you can actually you will be able to help us get out. Come
where-
this way. Go to shaft, point up. You can do something about that, I assume.
I think so.
When
I
do,
can certainly
do, you,
try.
do you have the movement speeding improvement where you can run up walls?
Yes, I do.
Then yeah, you can run straight up that shaft
And
as long as you keep moving.
I'm assuming it's less than 180 feet.
It's 40 feet.
Ah.
Okay. I have a feeling the other two will be joining us shortly. So wait for a minute to see if the others show up.
Surely, after seeing two people get teleported to random place where whites appear, they're not going to. And this is where one of them appears, doesn't
Oh, no, I'm thinking.
it?
Does it seem like is there any way looking at the teleportation traps? Is there any way to get around them?
Taking a closer look at the runes, it looks like they only fill a 10-foot square area. So if you could fly more than 10 feet above the ground, you could get over them because the ceiling is about 20 feet high. But that seems to be the only real way, other than dispelling them.
Rua will sort of examine Zorm. I could probably climb on your shoulders and jump over. I'm not particularly heavy. But then that would just leave one of us on the other side of the runes.
Yeah, I think rather than having one of us.
Oh, I'm going to go back into the last room. And there are pieces of wood and coffin, correct?
That I
Yes.
fireballed.
Damn it.
They're scorched, but they're there.
Okay, they're scorched. That's not. Is it possible to build like a stairs and or box to climb over contraption out of the pieces of Strahd's coffin?
Unfortunately, the coffin is only about as big as a body. So probably not.
Oh. There's not enough between the floor and whatever to like get a ladder. Okay.
The coffin itself is probably only about 6 feet long.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, I don't actually have any spells that help us out of this particular jam. I could throw you across, but I feel like that wouldn't really benefit the problem. That wouldn't really solve the problem so much.
We could wait for them to come back. We could
would
teleport over, not knowing if we'll end up in the same place as them.
We would still
Or we
have
could
to.
potentially expend resources.
If we wait until they got here, we'd still have to figure out a way over the traps, which doesn't solve by them being here. If
we get them here, we can at least confirm where the traps lead to.
That's fair.
So after waiting for a little bit, I will go, okay, I will attempt to run up this shaft.
They are in the same place as the wraiths. We have seen that dead wraiths do not activate it. It's possible that we can't actually go there anymore because they've killed the wraiths on the other end.
I reach into my bag. I don't reach into my bag. I pick up a wraith, grab my spare greatsword.
White.
Or my white, sorry. Grab my spare greatsword, hold the wraith up next to the wall, and slam the greatsword through it to pin it to the wall. Like at roughly my eye level.
Okay.
Think you could use that to get over it? It's like a ladder.
How possible does that seem, GM?
To use the great sword as a stepping stone and try and jump over the runes?
With an acrobatics of 2.
You could certainly try.
I mean, I can lift you up and put you on it, so you at least have a head start.
What I'm hearing is yes.
All right. Doesn't seem like we have a better idea. Do I get advantage for being assisted?
Yeah, I will assist Rua jumping over it.
I will say you can roll with advantage, yes.
And may Zerthamon guide your leap.
Make me an acrobatics
You
check
also
with
have
guidance.
Is that adding a D4
Yep.
from
Yeah.
Yep,
Cool.
I give.
Roll me that D4.
21?
With a 21 and the added height from the sword pinned in the wall, and the corpse didn't help so much as the sword did.
That was more aesthetic.
You managed to clear the teleportation runes.
All right, Esmeralda, your turn.
Is there anything I can secure a rope to in here?
The door, if you wanted to.
Yeah, I'll tie a rope to the door and drop the end down.
Let me see what it takes to open one of these crypts. Yeah, okay. They're a stone slab. They have like faint pivots and handles.
Unless
they're heavy.
Esmeralda has the ability to cast Dimension Door, which would be really handy if she did.
You know, unfortunately, that does not seem to be one of her spells.
Hang on, I might have just been over.
I tried to make a stepping stool out of Strahd's coffin. I don't think stupid ideas are an issue at this point.
That is very stupid. Ideas are very on brand for us right now.
Esmeralda make an acrobatics check with advantage, I guess. Wow. Shit, she also clears it.
So I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
There is nothing in the description of Darren's Instant Fortress that says it has to have enough space in the place where it is summoned in order to be summoned.
You also don't have the fortress.
Yeah, I do. Remember, I did the divine thing and got the word. I have
right. You did the divine intervention.
It causes damage to anything it hits.
Yeah.
If I were to put it down here, would it bust through the trap and allow me to get to the other side?
Probably not. It would probably just expand to fill as much space as it could.
It would also collapse a large portion of Castle Ravenloft down upon you.
If it did break through the walls, that is what would happen as well.
Down upon the tower.
I don't think you understand how cave-ins work. They fill any empty space available.
Let me explain to you the physics of architecture.
You take out a few support beams and it falls.
Yes, but if I'm inside the tower, I'll be fine.
Right. You're an evil character, aren't you?
No, I'm a neutral character.
Feel like murdering your allies is a little bit on the evil side of neutral.
You guys could get into it while the place is collapsing. But do I think it would if I think it would fill just to fit in the space and rather than expanding beyond that, do I think I could use it to get across the teleport? Because it's already shown that it doesn't teleport inanimate objects or people or corpses. So like if I summoned it on top of the teleportation thing, it would block it theoretically. Could I use it to go through? Because I'm not jumping across. I'm too heavy.
You don't, based on your understanding of the magic, you don't think it cares about what objects are within its radius. So it'd probably just teleport you through the tower.
Damn it.
Because the tower is not an extra dimensional space.
good idea. Just I will pull out a halberd, slam it into the wall, and see if I can't use the halberd to step up to the greatsword to leap up and over.
So these are crypts on either side, correct?
Yes, they are.
They all only have one entrance that I can see?
Yeah, they all have one door specifically.
Damn it.
All right. You guys should probably step aside in case a white comes in.
I'll step back and prepare an ice bolt.
I do love how while this is happening, Janelle, you're setting up a rope.
Yep, I'm securing a rope to the door and dropping it down for Krethik.
So, Krathik, a rope comes down.
Yeah.
You'll eventually make it. I'm not going to make you roll for it.
Climb.
You climb up the rope and eventually find yourself. You have to flatten against the wall because the hole that makes this shaft fills the majority of the floor space.
Right.
But you do make it up into the crypt.
Cool. Thank you. Where are Norman Roy?
No idea. I haven't bothered opening the door yet. You care to do the honors?
Of course.
It's a heavy stone slab.
You were just waiting for somebody who's going to spring the trap. I understand. I open the door.
Roll me an athletics check.
I was waiting for someone with an athletics score.
More to the point.
I may, perhaps I fail to open the door.
You shove against it. Janelle, are you assisting?
Yeah, I would be assisting.
Roll again. 17. Yeah, you shove against it with Janelle's help and push the slab out of the way, and it slams onto the ground. The rope is still dangling down the hole. But
do we hear the door slam?
yes.
Up.
As you're ramming a halberd into the wall.
Well, I should probably hurry up in case that's a vampire coming to kill you too. So yeah, I'm going to try to use this makeshift bullshit I've put together to get across the teleport trap.
Question. Do you intend to attempt to take your greatsword with you somehow, or are you just going to leave your greatsword there?
That's the silvered greatsword, not the +2 one, so it's going to stay on the wall.
Roll me an acrobatics check.
Earthamon, make your follower more nimble. Guidance.
Isn't it the best spell?
24.
With a 24, you barely, and I mean barely, managed to clear.
I'm sure they can hear that.
Oh, absolutely.
Roughly what direction was that sound from?
Somewhere north.
And
you guys in that tomb hear the sound of heavy armor and a body hitting the floor somewhere to the south.
I'm going to collect my rope.
All right. Let's see if we can't find out where that door was.
After collecting my rope, step out and looking around to see, do I see any more of the teleportation glyphs?
Doesn't look like it. You do see a bunch of tombs. Some of them you can see some of the doors from where you're standing. The doors all have inscriptions on them. The door that you just pushed over might have an inscription on it, but it's facing on the ground right now.
I suggest can I figure?
I think it'd be best to try to locate the rest.
I'm gonna put this.
We heard sound, so I'm just gonna yell out, "Where are you?"
Somewhere from the north, you hear Krethik yell out.
Krethik?
I don't know. Follow the light from my big glowing sword.
Which we cannot see.
Yeah, you can't see around.
Or potentially follow the light from Krethik's big glowing sword.
Which you guys can't see right now.
Okay, so
I came from south though, so
yeah, so let us head that way. Keeping an eye out, looking to see if, again, looking out for
Wait,
Any
I
weird
see the
markings?
light from your big glowing sword.
I appreciate that it sounds like you two are trying to find each other, but
What name is on this door, by the way?
The door to the left. That will be crypt number 31. We knew him only by his wealth.
That doesn't sound right.
That's depressing as fuck.
Oh look, there's a crypt that has a door open, and I see some spiders.
Damn it!
Oh,
that
dear.
one shouldn't be open. I don't think. Hang on. Oh no, his crypt is missing its door. Never mind.
There are some spiders I'm about to kill as I throw a fire opal in through that door.
Roll fireball damage.
Ignoring that 8, that's 19 fire on a DC 17 dexterity save.
What do giant wolf spiders have for health? I don't think it's a lot.
it's not. They're a feasible character for like a high level ranger.
Like I don't even think they qualify with like their own monster block. I think
My
they're
son
just
just
like
woke up. I
independent
need to
spiders.
take him back to his mother.
Okay.
Wolf spiders have a little more.
He's very tired.
Giant spider. Giant wolf spider. No, giant wolf spiders have less hit points than a regular giant spider.
Right. Yeah.
Because where a giant spider is large, a giant wolf spider is medium. Yeah, no, they die. Dead.
After hearing an explosion, we'd be looking over at Krethik going, it's either there.
So
having fun
as you're
killing
looking
something or something
as
is
you're looking
killing them.
south, you sort of looking down both of these two potential branching hallways that lead further south. In the left-hand one, you see a small bead of flame flying east into one of the crypts, and then an explosion.
Let's go that way.
Fair enough.
You didn't see anything, Krethik.
No, I did not. I saw nothing.
All right. Spiders are dead.
I meant to say
Hello.
left hand as in your character's left hand, and you went down your character's right hand, but that works.
I mean, when you say left, I'm going to go what appears to me as left.
That's fair.
Did you enjoy your time in what I'm assuming is some sort of death hallway?
There were whites. Lots of them.
To be fair, you only opened the crypt and killed one.
Were they wearing little red hats?
They were all in coffins.
Why would I don't understand.
It's an astral plane
The
thing.
other doors for potentially being the one we're looking for, or just look for the one that Strahd seems to have graffitied "I hate this person" on.
He doesn't seem
Chances
like the
are
graffiti
he's-
type.
Chances are it'll be his brother's tomb. It won't be one of these small tombs. It would be family crypt.
Looks at the fairly large and ostentatious crypts. All right. Sure.
Yeah, they are pillars. Like these are the support pillars of Ravenloft have been turned into crypts.
Yeah, they are 10 by 10. Right, so let's look at doors and see if anything rings brother dearest. What do we know about him? Krethik, did
I'm
you...
gonna start by checking the door I'm next to.
32, that one will be. The door to this crypt has no name or epitaph on it.
We'll mark that as a possibility for later.
Krethik, do you recall anything important about this brother of his? As I walk this way.
No, I was not here when that information was disseminated.
I'm gonna look at this door.
Do I remember anything?
I'm a
about
look
the
at the monk.
What else do I remember about his brother besides the fact that they that Strahd hated him? And
Strahd hated him specifically because Sergei was younger, more vigorous, and got the love and affection of the woman that he pined for.
Do you happen to have the books that you've described to me?
This the one that you find. It's the tomb that you're looking at, Zorm. Prefect Cyril Romulic, beloved of King Barov and Queen Ravenovia, High Priest of the Most Holy Order.
I look back at the rest. It'll have his name on it.
Helpful if we knew his name.
Sergey.
It's Sergey. That I remember, the one that was before you telling me.
Well, I'm rather new to this group now, aren't I?
That's why I told you.
I
All
mean,
you told me was that there was Sponge's dungeon, but I appreciate.
you, in all fairness, milady, you have been here nearly as long as Zorm, who has been here nearly as long as I.
Yes, I see that this particular effort has not been.
Yeah.
Oh, I did lose
It
day.
has been-
Someone came to stand next to me who has light.
Dude, looking at this door.
Ivan Ivliskovich, champion of winter dog racing. The race may go to the swift, but vengeance is for the loser's relatives.
Not this one.
How about
Can I, based on this, the ones we found so far, make any sort of? I'm the patron. My patron goddess is like robbers and stuff like that. Can I make any inference about like if the least important people are towards the side, or if this is by timeline?
It mostly seems to be kind of laid out in probably some order of personal significance or like relation to the family that owned this castle, which might not necessarily be all Strahd's design. It might be also the family that lived here before.
But presumably Strahd's brother is more on the close and important side of things.
You do know that if there were going to be any tombs that were more important or more significant, they would
They're not gonna
probably
be inside.
Yeah, they would probably have their own large alcoves like Strahd's tomb had.
Right. Okay.
What we're saying is Strahd is squatting in someone else's crypt.
I bet it's somewhere near Strahd's crypt.
I bet
I
if we go
mean-
around the exterior of this
Yeah,
room, we are most
That's
likely.
what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start.
So, well, first off, the one that you were looking at earlier, Krethik, Intri Sikvalu. He spurned wealth for the knowledge he could take to heaven.
Good for him. Let's go.
I like reading the
Oh no, they're delightful.
I've read.
The graphic is just.
I've looked at these two over here.
I mean, that one was for anyone else. That one would probably be tempting, because that sounded like, "Yo, treasure inside," but this is crap.
That's also the
No,
one that said that he
spurned
was
wealth.
known only for his wealth. And what does this one say?
That one says Patrina Velikovna, bride.
When you get a moment, I would like to know.
That one says
We lose Krethik to the maze.
Krethik is going all. Krethik is doing the walk along the side.
Oh, sorry, that's not the one that you were looking at. Okay, when you get to that one, it's great. Sir John Wald the Trickster. The joke was on him.
Is that the one I'm at?
No, yeah, that's the one you're at.
Oh.
Found some stairs. Going,
Maybe-
moving on.
You
I
guys are
don't
moving in a
think-
lot of different
I
directions.
think we want to stay in the crypts.
I'm
don't-
not going up the stairs.
For now, I think, yeah, staying in the crypts.
I'm
The one.
curious about the one.
Oh. Oh, hello.
I believe
This-
box text may have hit you.
The stone door of this crypt has been carefully laid to one side. So through the swirling mist of the perpetual fog, freshly engraved letters spell out the words Irina Kolyana. wife. The
Where?
crypt is empty and has been swept clean.
The one I'm next to?
Yes.
Is there an arena in any of your stories?
Irina Kolyana
Yes.
is the name of the
Yes.
woman that
There's-
Strahd
Yes, that's the
loved
one.
with, that fell in love with Sergei.
Looking closer to the crypt, is it totally clean?
It is completely clean, immaculately well kept, like you imagine servants come through and clean this crypt every day.
I'm gonna check the one next to it because she's probably buried somewhere close to her actual husband.
That one. Artemis, builder of the keep, thou standest amidst the monument to his life.
I am checking this one down here, which will be in the lower right-hand corner, opposite the one I just checked.
Krethik, I think we've found the set we're looking for.
Are you-
Tatsal Eris, last of the line.
Nope, not that one.
I found a door that is not a pillar. So-
You found number 12.
Well, I found the wife of the person we're looking for.
But we're looking for the brother.
I found the brother's wife.
King Troisky, the three-faced king is the one that you found, Krethik.
I'm just working my way up the sides.
And what's this one across the way here?
Oh, you're so close to the one that I want you to see, Zorm.
I'm looking.
It's the one to your left is the one that I want you to see, but the
Oh.
one you found. King Dostran the Hellborn.
Sounds like a fun guy. Oh, look at
33.
this one as I'm passing.
Look, we kill the Fangbanger, and then we go back and look at
The
crypt
one-
names on
the one-
crypts.
the one that you found, Sir Klutz Tripolotsky. He fell on his own sword.
This is going to be the problem with Fallout 76. Some people are going to be like, wait, let me read the lore entry. And someone else is going to be like, let me go and fight the boss. It's over there.
But I'm also curious about the tomb that Rua is standing in front of.
Yeah, that's
That's the one the one that you were standing in front of was the builder of the castle.
Yeah.
The builder of the keep.
I'm looking at this one now.
Baron Aigles Droof.
There's a lot of fucked up names in this place.
is this one supposed to look different?
That one is the one that Jonelle and Krethik climbed out of.
Ah, that's why it looks different. Okay. Rua will
There's a large stair.
over here.
There's a large hallway over here to the right.
That's the stairs going up.
Those stairs go somewhere.
Or are they
Those stairs going up to the
down?
left.
Quite that much,
Oh no,
guys.
they're going down.
You found
Think-
stairs?
Found a very large hallway.
Are we going in the stairs?
Let's
I feel
finish.
like this is probably the correct layer.
Let's finish looking around here first.
But I'm kind of interested in this one because it's the
Rua, where was the?
builder of
Guys.
the.
I found a portcullis.
This was the tomb of the wife of the person
Right.
that we're looking
But
for.
this is the builder of the
Rock
castle.
was
I'm kind of
sort of
interested
obsessed
in what's in there.
Okay, so if that's so, then let's look further north. Why would you care about the builder of the castle?
I thought, let's check right next to her just in case, because that is a
No,
tradition.
no. I understand what you're talking about. I'm talking to Jonelle. Why do you care about the person who built the castle?
Map.
Map anything else dealing with this castle
That's
with
it.
the way it's laid out.
I found a portcullis,
Come in.
Krethik
Just
calls
like-
out from the north.
just like the one that we walked out of from Strahd's tomb.
Does
Okay.
it have a name over it?
Does it have a name over it?
Huh? No, but you can see down into a very well-appointed crypt with a
What
single
do I see
coffin.
in there?
You see a single coffin and some other decorations that you can't quite make out through the portcullis, but you can definitely see a coffin.
This is a large room with a single coffin in it.
Looking through the portcullis on the map, I can see a coffin that says Sergei von Zarovich. I believe this is the correct one.
Is there any other preparations we need to do, given that this is where the final battle's going to be?
I don't think so, no.
We have
Storm
the
on 3
items that were process items that we
knees.
needed.
And with the knees and the blessing of Zerthamon, we raised this portcullis.
Let me roll with advantage and guidance.
Yep. 28.
You get it. You lift the portcullis. Let me remove. I don't need to shift the entire goddamn lighting.
I was like,
The entire
You're
dungeon's
stabbed
lighting.
by the portcullis.
The entire dungeon's lighting shifts slightly to the left.
Oh my god. Best idea for a mimic ever. A portcullis mimic that chomps on you with its teeth.
Pause for box text.
pausing for box text.
Brace for box text. Box
Prepare to
text
fast
incoming.
forward.
Fast forward,
White-
sir.
White marble steps descend to a tomb that has a vaulted ceiling 30 feet overhead. A stillness, calm amid the storm, is felt here. In the center of the tomb, a white marble slab supports an intricately inlaid coffin. Chiseled into the slab is a name, Sergei von Zarevich. To the north, behind the coffin, are 3 alcoves. A beautifully carved statue stands in each alcove. A stunning young man flanked by 2 angels, looking as polished and new as the day each was placed here. An iron lever protrudes from the south wall, west of the tomb's entrance.
All right, Strahd, come out and get your spanking.
I'm walking up to the coffin
Well,
because it's possible he's in the coffin.
and so the other thing that is not in box text but is noted as a potential thing if you
That would have changed things probably a bit.
Yeah, so stepping back just a bit before you enter the room, because it's not in the box text because it's variable, but it says if your card reading indicates an encounter with Strahd in this area, he is lying across Sergei's coffin, weeping.
I am, without even saying anything, pulling out the icon of Ravenloft and activating 5 charges for daylight.
Oh, you're not going to cast Hold
For
Vampire?
sunlight. I feel like he's got a pretty good save, and it's not the best DC in the world. I realize he has that one. He doesn't have. I could turn him with disadvantage. I could try and hold him. The Wisdom saving throw DC is 15. Wisdom.
He's a vampire. His charisma's his high stat.
Okay. What are you doing, Jeremy?
Yeah. There's not a lot of places he can go here. Foam.
Daylight.
Shining light kind of guy.
What's the radius on the
Sorry,
daylight?
it's sunlight specifically, and it's a 30-foot radius.
Ugh.
Oh, also, he's inside my you burn if you're undead radius.
I'm just gonna say this entire crypt is filled with sunlight. So let's roll some initiative.
And the sunblade is in the other hand.
Let's roll some initiative, shall we?
Rura was stepping up to do something, and
then the
it
hobgoblin ruined it for everybody.
Roll high.
Come on, guys. Best time.
Hey, that's some good inish.
I mean, we're at the final boss. This is the time we TPK.
Yeah. No, usually it's the scrub fight directly before the final boss, but we actually sort of stomped that.
My holy weapon is still.
All right.
Reminder to roll. Oh, she is on the initiative.
Yes, she's going first, in fact.
All right, Esmeralda, now's the time to unleash all your shit.
She one-shots the boss, and then we're like, well, that was
We
anticlimactic.
clearly needed to be here.
So Esmeralda will step into the tomb with her rapier and her axe held in each hand. Strahd, now is the end of your reign. And she will use her bonus action to grant Krethic inspiration. This isn't bardic inspiration, this is inspiration.
Oh, this is the creepy inspiration where you get to, advantage.
And she will use her action to lay the curse upon Strahd.
That sounds like an important thing.
So he needs to make a wisdom save. He fails. Oh, this is bad.
Does he have legendary resistances?
He does.
Can he use this? Can he use them against this? Is the second question.
He can. Does he understand what this is well enough to do so?
I mean, it's a legendary resistance.
Yeah, he'll use his legendary resistance on this. Because that would have been bad.
Firing him away. That's one.
Yep.
Which means that as Esmeralda extends a hand and this arc in his black eye appears on her palm and reaches out towards Strahd, he just kind of glares at her, and there's this cracking noise like glass shattering as Esmeralda clutches her head in pain as she takes 3d6 psychic damage.
By the way, oh, never mind.
That'll be her turn. Krethic.
Okay. So
The curse, by the way, would have given him vulnerability to a damage type of her choice, which would have been radiant.
So I should ask, because I know I forget these all the time, and I don't know. I'm not sure, but I assume since he is a legendary creature in his home, does he have lair actions, which usually pop off at 20?
That's a good question.
So this might not be his lair.
I mean, this castle is definitely his lair. I'm just trying to see.
I just want, because
Yes,
I
he
am
does.
I
need
am
it.
the absolute worst at remembering lair actions.
She goes at 21, so she goes before the lair actions. So he needs to. I need to make a token for lair actions.
You can't just make it. You can't just add a custom thing in order and.
Oh, can I?
Yeah, if you go to the gear, you can click on it.
Here we go. Add custom thing.
Add custom.
Perfect.
That way it doesn't need it. It's just there. And then we can see that it says lair actions as well. So.
Yep.
Initiative count 20. Lair actions.
I always forget to design lair actions.
I mean, that is definitely something I have not forgotten for a couple potential fights that may be coming up in Eberron. That's all I'm going to say.
All right. So, Krethic.
Yes.
As you look around at this room and you see your shadow that you cast from the light that emits all over this, from the various places in this group, your shadow separates off of you and rises up to join in the fray.
Okay. That's definitely a thing. I will have to murder my shadow self later because I got priorities.
Let me
Does
see.
the shadow Krethic have a sword? Because the Sunblade wouldn't cast a shadow.
Acting on initiative count 20. No, it's just a shadow.
Okay.
And it
Looking around the
activates. So
sword.
it's going to attack you.
I just like the idea that the shadow just has like an empty hilt that it's using to attack you.
Does a 21 hit you?
21 does not hit me. My armor class is 22.
Good.
Video game
Means-
logic. You have to hug your shadow.
No.
Have to accept your shadow for being the darkness inside you.
Krathik, it's your
Nope.
turn.
I have a fever, and the only cure is more vampire screams. Doot-dee-doot-dee-doo. I'll take
That doesn't
the
scan
opportunity
quite.
attack now, sir.
That doesn't scan quite as well.
Oh yeah, opportunity attack. Sorry.
Yes.
Okay, William's currently reading 15,000 things.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff here. Natural 20.
Yep, that'll hit.
You take 8 points of necrotic damage, and
It drains
Fine.
your strength.
yep, that's how shadows work. And because it's an effect of the hit, it actually doubles the strength drain dice. You take 5 points of strength damage.
Yeah, that's less fine.
Your strength is reduced by 5 until your next long rest,
Well, there goes
or
my
shorter long rest.
Well, there goes my planned 5th level spell.
Okay.
Shadows are scary, man.
Boop.
I was gonna cast Dawn. Now I've got to cast Greater Restoration.
It's fine. I only have +2 less than I normally have to hit.
Oh, wait. Reduce that strength drain by 1 because sunlight weakness, it has disadvantage on attack rolls, but the secondary attack roll was still a 23, so it would have still hit. So you don't
Okay.
get you don't take the critical strength drain, but you still take the first die, which was a 4.
Okay.
Does that reduce
Still-
the damage they took?
Reduce your damage by 3 as well.
Okay. Cool. It's time to murder me a Strahd.
All right, go for it.
First attack. 21.
Is that with your reduced strength?
That is with my reduced strength. My
How
normal
strong were you?
My 17.
Oh, that's the +1 is your strength. I thought the +4 was your strength. I was like, what the heck? Okay.
Yeah,
Um,
no, the yeah.
21 hits, yes.
Okay. Let's go ahead and start off strong. Let's pump a level 3 a smite into this shit. So that will be 8 radiant and 4d8. So that's a 25 radiant damage. Second attack. And, you know, for the second attack, I am actually going to. Yes. Before my second attack, I am going to use a bonus action to cast Searing Smite.
Okay.
So, and then I will attack.
I do more. Always save the Greater Restoration. My strength.
Oh,
gets drained.
that's initiative. That's not attack. I don't know why I rolled that. That's less good.
15 misses.
Of course it missed because I
That's-
just cast.
That's not a 15. That's a 25.
25 hits.
Okay. And
That's your
Za-
second. That's your second use of
Zataman
your-
guides your blade.
we will also pump the second my second 3rd level spell into this. So there's 8 radiant God, I'm rolling shit on my damage. 8 radiant damage plus Searing Smite. Okay. Roll 1d6 plus 6 fire damage, and he's on fire.
At the start of each of his turn, make a Constitution saving throw or continue to be on fire.
And 22 so a total of 30 radiant damage, 6 fire damage, and he's on fire.
And because the Heart of Sorrow has been destroyed, he doesn't have a damage absorbing shield anymore.
I did 59 damage to him this turn.
Congratulations.
And I am done. Literally, I'm pretty sure I'm dead.
You're fine.
Don't worry, he has disadvantage on attacks because you're within 30 feet of the icon.
Good now.
True.
Okay, well, I'm gonna step
Actually,
over here.
Is the shadow considered undead?
Yes.
Yes.
And it also
Shadows
has
are
disadvantage.
It's a shadow.
Sorry, I forgot to remind of that.
I'm going to step over this way, and I'm going to do some shadow boxing.
I mean, the shadow also has disadvantage just for being in sunlight, so.
Yeah.
Shadows are cool monsters, by the way.
Yeah, they are. They don't get nearly enough respect. I think it's because a lot of people don't use them because at the level that they are a threat, they're fucking lethal.
Yeah, because Strength Drain will murder a low
But
level
if
party.
you go too far above that, they very quickly fall out of vote.
Also, ability drain is one of those things that is even more of a feel bad than just about anything else.
Yep.
Hey, look who's
Anyway.
critting the shadow in the face.
Natural 20 on the... For... Wow, really?
Telling you the damage is failing us this game. Or this fight.
In the other
So-
D6 was
The other D6 was a 5, but the first D6 was a 1. Take another 13. I'm guessing we'll miss.
13 actually hits. It's a
Oh,
shadow.
wow.
It's not a hard thing to hit.
Are you trying to stun it?
I feel like he's just trying to kill it because the second one just kills it.
Yeah.
Pop, pop.
And that was 5, 10. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Your shadow sinks into the ground and reattaches to your feet, Krathik.
And I'm... Yeah, why not? We're going to do Flurry of Blows for bonus action to take 2 swipes at him. 22.
Got that advantage
22
for
hits.
flanking.
And I will try to stun him just to see if it works.
You have advantage.
Oh, well. Yeah, not any better. But DC 16 con.
At the very least, if he fails, we can burn it under legendary resistance.
Yeah. For 7 points of damage, and
He makes the save.
he makes the save. And my last shot, 26 for 10 points of damage.
And then that makes it Strahd's turn.
He takes 1d6 for being in my radiant aura.
And he has to make a constitution save. Or take another 1d6 of fire.
Takes 3 points of radiant damage.
Let's see. What's the DC on his con save?
My DCs are 16.
He rolled 23. He puts the
Okay.
fire out. Speaking of putting
Pat.
fires. Perfect. Strahd kind of looks around at the group of you as his flesh is slowly singeing in the sunlight. Well, let us at least make this interesting. And he kind of puts a hand up, and a small bead of flame flies out from his palm, flying directly at you, Rua. And it runs straight up to your face before detonating in a fireball.
Does that also hit Zorm?
Yes.
That's not
I-
good.
That's fine.
Rua, Zorm, Esmeralda, and Krethic all need to make a dexterity saving throw.
I'm fine.
I'm just gonna remind you, your
Does a
helmet
5
exists.
succeed?
No. Roll me a d20.
I still only take half damage.
20. Does that succeed?
My helmet does not explode.
Yes.
Also,
20
I need
20
to turn
does
off
succeed.
the advantage toggle. Sorry.
All right. I get my, or no, never mind. But if I see,
How much fire damage do we take, by the way?
There's a 16.
What is his spell DC? 18, so no.
Damn it. If you're in capacity, you can add your shield set to any saving throw.
That doesn't apply to fireballs.
Targets only you specifically.
Yeah.
Everyone who failed takes 40 points of fire damage.
I take 20.
Ow. I'm glad I'm not in that.
20.
I'm still good.
Cool.
Ish.
Eh. Oh, did Esmeralda roll?
Oh, yes, Esmeralda needs to roll as well. Fortunately, her dex isn't bad. Doesn't make it, though. So she also takes 40 points of damage.
How down is she?
She's at less than half.
Okay. Okay, good to know.
Less than half damage or less than half her hit point?
Less than half her hit points. In fact, I
Guess
can...
who didn't take mass healing word?
I've got mass cure wounds, but I've also got greater restoration at that level.
I can actually, because this is the final fight, I can actually just set her health bar to visible so you can actually see.
All right, good to know.
Yep, she's looked better. Is that everything from Vamp Boy?
Yes. I need to remember to use his legendary actions. I'm really bad about those.
Out of
Luckily,
curiosity,
there are many turns before he goes next.
does Rua have Beacon of Hope as a spell?
No.
Because I have it, but it'll turn off my holy weapon.
Don't bother with Beacon of Hope. Trust me. Not in this situation.
Also, make your concentration check for your Beacon of Hope.
Like, for my holy weapon.
Or for your holy weapon, rather. Sorry, you were talking about Beacon
Doesn't
of Hope.
matter. The holy weapon goes away anyways. All right. Yeah, no, I'm gonna cast Beacon of Hope because it's gonna maximize all of our healing spells.
Yeah, that's fair.
I use my action to cast Beacon of Hope. I can't heal anything right now because I don't have anything as bonus action, but I do have I have a healer's kit. Wait, did we find healing potions from the in the tower?
We had some in the tower that we found and grabbed when we grabbed all the money.
We had one each, I think.
I may have just not added it. Yeah, no, I just didn't add it. It's a regular healing potion, isn't it?
Yeah.
I will drink. Can I use a bonus action?
It's actually greater healing potions, I believe.
Can I use a bonus action to drink a healing potion?
Sure.
I will drink a greater healing potion, which is 44 plus 4. It'll be maximized, so that's 4 times 5. 20.
Yes.
I will heal. I will heal the exact amount of damage I just took. And then I'm going to go 5, 10, 15. Move over here so I'm a little less in. And that's my turn.
At the end of your turn, Strahd will use his first legendary action to move up to his speed without provoking attacks opportunity.
Damn it.
Suck,
Damn it.
Strahd.
Thanks.
Hi.
I'm the one glowing with radiant light.
Yeah, but I'm the one who's easiest to kill, and he probably knows that I'm also the one who's spent the most time healing in every individual combat.
Hi, Rua. It's your turn.
Yeah, hi. This is not good. This changes my plans quite significantly. Okay. Um. Uh. One of my things stops attacks of opportunities. One of my spells.
Shocking grasp.
No, I don't have shocking grasp. I may not have the one that does that, huh?
You can also disengage, but that's your action.
Yeah, disengaging would be my action.
And bonus action healing word on yourself.
Oh, if I'm spending a bonus action for healing word, it's not going to be on myself. Fuck it. Let's see. Why is everything a huge ass radius? So here's the problem with ice sorcerers. All of their spells are area of effects that hit a huge area, which is great, except for when you have allies.
And you're in confined spaces.
Yeah, fuck it. I'm going disengage. Running there. Unless he has an anti-disengage thing, and then I'm going to spend let's make it a 3rd level healing word on Esmeralda.
Okay.
Automatically maximized.
Yeah, which I'm still gonna roll it because I don't remember how much that is.
It'd be 12 plus your spellcasting modifier.
Yeah, so it's 12 plus 5.
So 17.
Okay. That's something.
Maximized healing against Strahd seems like a good idea.
Yep.
Sorry, Krethic, but I only had one.
No, that's fine.
Lower.
As long as I don't, hopefully I won't take massive amounts of damage and fail my con save, but I can mass cure wounds next.
At the end of your turn, Rua, he will use another legendary action to move.
God damn it. Do not run away, you asshole. Don't run. You'll just die tired.
Now we have to chase him.
No, we kind of could let him come back.
We just pause, break out the potions, kick back, and wait.
Esmeralda's gonna run.
We could start defacing this guy's tomb.
Oh yeah, that would probably piss him off.
Probably bring him back.
Strahd, if you don't come back, I'm gonna piss all over your brother. Ask them. They saw me do it to yours.
Lair actions. The group says to the guy who literally just a few seconds ago threw a fireball in Rua's face.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it pointedly did not touch Sergei's coffin.
It was because he was one of the... We are definitely not in a great place for fireballs right now.
The portcullis on the At initiative count 20, the portcullis on the tomb rises.
Isn't there a lever on the inside?
There is, but it takes an action to pull.
Wasn't this already risen? Does it fall?
Like it closes.
Okay.
The door on several of the tombs the doors on several of the tombs nearby also open.
Ah, shit.
The catacombs are probably not the best place to fight Strahd.
What gave you that idea?
Several things.
As numerous monsters start emerging, acting on initiative count 20.
This is where I flame strike. It's either mass cure wounds or a large area of effect damage spell. Those are my 2 5th level options.
Or using lower level. Honestly, mass cure wounds. Or a 5th level cure wounds if you need to. Because all I've got is area of effect.
You know, I can do other, like, I also have fireballs and walls of fire. And Wall of Fire is actually a pretty good 4th level spell, and I've got a lot of them, so.
You can narrow the corridor down.
Oh yeah, no, I can lock him in with fire.
As I have to handle a whole bunch of monsters right now. 1 second.
Yeah, no
Take
big
your
deal.
time.
We're just giving you time.
We're strategizing in an entertaining way.
All right. Okay. Now I've got all of the monster pages open and all the monsters have moved. So Krethic.
Okay.
That door open.
I pulled the lever.
It is right next to the stairs, but it takes an action to pull.
Pull the lever, Krethic. Wrong
Yoink.
lever.
Yep.
No, not that
the
one.
portcullis opens.
Done.
Why do we even have that lever?
All right. Janelle.
It's not in my
Okay,
radius.
and I am running after him, and I can it's 55. I can get down to here actually. That's 65 feet. And I am going to do a flying kick at Strahd's head. That was 65 feet, right? Yeah. Yes. Okay. Flying kick at Strahd's head.
Okay. 23 hits.
23 for 9 points of damage, and second strike 19
19 hits.
for another 7. And why not? I'm gonna do a flurry of blows to do another.
Didn't you have to use your bonus action to dash?
Nope, I've got 65 feet of movement.
Oh, never mind.
That is my normal movement.
Monks, yo.
Yeah.
Monks who took mobility.
Yep.
Go, Speed Racer. Go, Speed Racer. Go, Speed Racer. Go.
It's like anytime you see
At-
like, the Flash with everyone else, it's
Yeah.
like
And at level 10, I got 5 more feet, so that's why I'm at 65.
Yeah.
So
22
22
hits.
and 26 for another 11 points of damage. You're not getting away that easily.
That's the end of your turn.
That's the end of my turn.
At the end of your turn, he's going to use his third and final legendary action,
Oh no,
which he will
I
then get back at the start of his turn.
have mass healing word.
To
Bad.
claw.
Claw.
Does 19 hit you?
Yes. Jeff.
All right. So you take 5. Oh no, he's not going to damage you. He's going to just grapple you.
Oh, of course.
That's
And
fine.
now
That holds him in place.
And now he's going to try to give me a hickey.
Yep. He's going to bite you now. $28 hits you.
Yeah, just barely.
You take. Ow. You take 10 points of piercing damage and 18 points of necrotic damage.
Sounds legit.
All
And
right.
he regains 18 hit points while your maximum hit points are reduced by 18.
Okay.
As cure wounds it is.
And then he's going to drag you at half his move speed further down the hall.
Damn it.
5, 10, 15.
I'm slowing him down.
Making it harder for me to cure you.
Zorm, it's your turn.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I can't get close enough to get him. Mass cure wounds on Rua, myself, and Krethik. Rua, myself, Krethik, and Esmeralda. DD8. Alright, roll. Times 8. Plus
A4.
5. All of us heal. All 4 of us heal 29 hit. Actually, back.
Which puts me back at full.
It puts me not at full.
530. Relevant actions at the moment. Yeah, turn.
All right. Rua, it's your turn.
All right. So, gonna go 25 feet to, or 25 feet to there. Someone moved the map on me. Okay.
I'm okay with AoEs that require a dex save.
Yeah, that is my thought. We're gonna. No, that's a con save. Sorry, the other one's a dex save. Yeah. We're gonna plant down an ice storm, which I think I can. Yeah, with 300 feet, I can get just Jonelle, and I can see them. So we're just
can plant it somewhere down here.
ice storm. It's a 300-foot range and a 20-foot radius. So we're aiming it somewhere that it. I guess we're kind of aiming it here. Yeah.
That'll hit
Can you
other
see
things
that?
too.
Can you see that point?
Not exactly. I can see sort of to there.
You have
My
to place it
sight
somewhere.
line is confusing at the moment.
If you
Yeah,
do
because
it-
you're staring between two pillars. I think
Yeah.
If you hit it here,
about here is the only place that you can actually see.
if you hit it here, it also encompasses this guy.
There are a lot of laser beams.
The purple one.
I did for the party. Yeah, so all that hit there, I guess.
If you here, it misses you, but it catches this guy too.
Yeah, but we can't see
I
around
can't
corners.
see any of those things, but they would be hit because it's just an area of effect.
Yeah.
So
That line that that the red line is everything that can be seen, basically.
basically, I have some weird offshoots that I don't think are supposed to be here because I'm not sure why I can see this angle a little bit.
Light.
Okay.
But yeah,
Alright.
so boom, 18.
Yeah. Dexterity saves from those two and anything else in. Let me just draw it out. This 20-foot-ish range that's sort of roughly there.
Does Ice Storm specify that it spreads around corners?
There is a general way that all spells handle corners, but I will put the entire description of Ice Storm in there.
Because Fireball specifies that it spreads around corners, is the thing.
Yeah. I mean, sensically, I would say sensically thinking about it, this is literally in this spot, in this radius. It's coming from top down. It's a storm of ice.
Yeah, the reason Fireball spreads around corners is because it starts at a point.
It is also a 40-foot high cylinder, which I realized could be a problem because bats, but I didn't have a choice.
It's
Ooh,
fine.
bats. Yes, actually.
Dead bats.
Dead bats.
Lots of dead bats.
It's okay. We've got lots
But
of
yeah,
AoE to deal
deck
with bats.
saves are probably a thing that people need to make.
Yes.
That was
I'm
fine.
assuming a 27. What's your DC? I'm assuming
17.
27 makes it.
If,
Yeah,
if
make it.
if their DC was higher than 27, I'd be impressed and scared. And also be saying you're cheating.
Those are the most
No,
badass
I'm
things.
just Austin in disguise. How did you not notice?
Not even Austin can get a DC 27 in 5th ed.
At level
Fortunately.
10.
Ever, actually. There's an upper limit to what your DC can be boosted to. 27
Yeah.
is beyond it.
No, you just need lots of those items that improve your max possible.
The most you can get is like 5, I think. Highest you can get.
Mhm. Without several legendary items.
That's with several legendary items. That requires several legendary items.
Because it also requires to be something to push your stats above 20.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I said, legendary items can
Yeah.
often.
And as a result of that ice storm, several swarms of bats appear.
How many of them are dead?
Here?
Well, descend from the ceiling. The ice storm didn't do enough damage to kill a regular swarm of bats from full health.
Oh.
So now you're gonna have to dodge a lot in a minute.
Yeah, I am.
Fireball.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Exactly how many
Then-
storms I needed. Perfect.
I am hitting the quicken spell. Just not actually called that. No, it is called quicken spell.
Yeah, quick and spell.
Quicken spell, spending 2 sorcery points, and just reaching my hand out, not actually touching Krethek's blade because it is made of light,
It is
but
made
getting
of-
close enough
it
for
is
the
made of
spell.
Fire and awesomeness.
And your sword of holy light is now an ultra sword of holy light.
It's a holier sort of light.
I guess the holy weapon description was not actually in there.
I've got
Yeah.
it. Again.
Thank you.
Do-do-do.
Yeah.
It's already a bonus action.
Oh, well, then I'm not spending two. No, I'm still spending the sorcery points because otherwise I couldn't cast it because I cast another spell of high level.
Quick and
I
spell doesn't
know what I
manage to-
did.
I don't think quick and spell negates that one.
Now, Quicken Spell just turns a thing from an action.
That is poorly worded because, you know, I'll take things up with the D&D designers and their nonsense of if you already can't use it, why are you making it a bonus action?
It's
Because
it's for things like cantrips, which you can cast multiple of in a turn, and if you need to cast an action as a bonus action, so you could dash for it.
except for if you're using the true full rule set, spells aren't cantrips and cantrips aren't spells.
Yeah.
You
I
know
mean,
what?
it's-
Never
it's-
mind. I guess you don't get a super weapon.
I mean,
That's- I don't care anymore.
it's basically so that the sorcerer can go firebolt, scorching ray. Just overload all the fire damage.
Again, it's a really poorly designed mechanic if that's what it's supposed to do. Whatever.
All right.
Again, it specifically spells on both chances. That's why it implies it can do something it apparently can't. Moving on.
All right. Esmeralda. Is going to step over here for a minute. And she's going to lightning bolt this line of bats.
That's probably a good thing to do.
Which, even if they make the save with the damage they take it from the ice storm, they die. But at the end of Rua's and then subsequently Esmeralda's turn. Strahd will spend a... Oh no, he has to spend his 2 at the end of Esmeralda's anyway, so he'll spend his 2 remaining legendary actions to bite. Does an 11 hit you?
No.
I'm assuming not. Yeah.
Dodge out of the way of his teeth.
Yep. Which then brings it to lair actions. Which then so yeah, lair action for Strahd this turn. Why not? Let's add more scary things. As one of the ghosts of the fallen that have died within this castle rises as a specter. That brings us to most of the monsters that are going. As this vampire spawn runs around the corner. Oh, hey guys. As floating through the tomb wall, you spy the ethereal, ghostly form of a long dead, once beautiful elven maiden. As she floats through.
Did she start her turn in my radius?
No.
Okay.
She actually just entered the radius.
Okay.
As she floats through to the center of the group of you and tilts her head back and unleashes an unearthly wail. I need...
God. This won't be our death.
everyone to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, we're right next to Krethik, so we get a bonus.
Yep.
Yes, you do.
What's
I'm
that
not
bonus?
close.
Plus
I'm not close
4.
enough.
+4.
Esmeralda also needs
Yep.
to make that con save.
We cannot be charmed or frightened. That's worth knowing. Because I assume she's undead.
19.
Oh yeah,
Natural one.
Oh, fuck me.
William. Actually, that's a question. Is this a charm or frightened effect?
I mean,
Nope.
Jonelle still can.
Being frightened does not save you from the whale.
Okay.
You can't be frightened by her horrifying visage,
Yeah, whatever.
but
That's
the whale.
12.
Plus
Oh,
something
dear.
for being next to Krethik.
+4.
Yeah. So, Krethik and Connie take 10 points of psychic damage.
Mm-hmm.
Zorm and Jonelle drop to 0 hit
Are
points.
dead. Not
They're
dead.
not dead. They drop to 0 hit points.
Oh, that's fun. Well, my beacon of hope goes away.
Yep.
My helmet still glows, though.
That's why.
Could you
that is
indicate
why.
on your character in some way, perhaps your health bar, that you're at 0?
I am in the process of doing that. Yes.
That is why my immediate response when you said elven ghosty thing, I don't remember what you said exactly, was, oh, fuck me. What's how much damage was psychic damage was it?
10.
Okay.
Oh, my
And
helmet.
then
My helmet continues to glow, but my beacon of hope is.
from around another corner comes the ebony black, burning red maned, fiery maned steed that serves as Strahd's personal horse.
Jonelle, if you're at 0 hit points, could you indicate that on your...
Oh, I just didn't click out of it to set it. Anyway.
And then Esmeralda needs, I think, Esmeralda needs to make hers as well. Bah!
Ah, Esmeralda's dead
We
too.
just TPK'd functionally.
I mean, you can lay on hands and pick me
No,
up.
I can heal. I can heal. I
Do
know.
either of us have spells that can heal multiple people within a round?
Nope.
No, but if he picks me
They're
up, I can
glad
heal
that
you
Quicken spell is supposed to cheat people out of their abilities. Actually, I might have a thing.
I still
You have healing
have
word.
I still have mass healing word.
Does Rua have healing word?
As the other swarms of the enemy begin to close.
Yeah, Rura has it.
Have healing word. The question is whether or not.
Only the ghost gets close enough to actually attack Krethik, though.
Did any of those start their turn in my aura?
The ghost did, so roll a d6.
He has disadvantage on Krethik.
Yes, it does.
Assume ghosts are undead.
Definitely still undead, yes.
Ghost took 3 points of.
And that's a 9, so the ghost doesn't hit you.
Okay.
Krethik, it's your turn.
All right. Get. What's your total hit points?
My total hit points are 73.
Get 30 back.
Hey,
And I'm
with
done.
again.
All right. Jonelle, make a death saving throw.
And I succeed.
It literally says in Strahd's tactics that he likes to toy with his enemies. So he will, having seen Jonelle fall unconscious, will just drop the body and stride around the corner.
Well, that's fine. Please get closer. I need you to do that.
The sunlight I will tolerate for just a moment. As he just kind of extends a hand and, sensing a bit of irony, launches a ray of frost at Rua.
Oh, dick.
Yes,
Is that
disadvantage
really
on the
his,
attack.
is that really his spell attack bonus? Hang on. Okay, no, I didn't think he had a plus 20 on his spell attack bonus. It's just calculated wrong for some reason.
Sake.
He does have disadvantage on the attack.
It's a plus 10, not a plus 20. I don't know why it has plus 20 on the
I'm
character.
still not particularly hard to hit, but
Yeah, it's a 23.
yeah.
Take 6 points of cold damage.
Good to know his cantrips are as stinky as mine are.
And then he will just take that time to step back out of the radius.
Fine.
Zorm, it's your turn.
So this is gonna hurt Jonelle. Not that you'll know. As I pull a fire opal off the helm, stand up and fling it over to here.
Yeah.
So that it hits everything that's within a 20-foot radius of that.
And I fail a death save.
Yeah, that'll hit everything, including Bucephalus and Strahd.
So they all need to make dexterity saving throws.
Roll your fireball damage.
Shablam. Ignore that 14. That's 36 fire damage. That's a really
Nice.
good fireball.
Well, doesn't matter what the bats roll, they're all dead. The Spectre is dead. The Banshee takes 36 points of fire damage. The Vampire takes 36 points of fire damage. Strahd takes half that, which will be 18.
And I can see Jonelle, so he's within range, so he's in line of sight, and thus also within 60 feet of me. So actually, I'm still gonna move up though. 5, 10.
I believe Fireball out of the helmet is still casting the spell.
No, it's using an action to throw a gem, not
Okay.
casting a spell.
Never mind.
And I'm going to use a bonus action to cast Mass Healing Word at 4th level. And targeting Rua, Krethik, myself, Esmeralda, and
No, Bucephalus is not.
I can
at
now see
Whisper.
Esmeralda. So we all heal 10 hit points, including you, Jonelle. You're up.
Hey, it's more than I had before.
Okay. That's my turn.
You can use an action to cast one of the following spells using one of the helm's gems.
Oh, is it cast?
Yeah.
Fuck. Never mind then. I won't. I don't do Mass Healing Word. We don't get 10 back. Fireball was more important.
It really was. It cleared out a lot of chaff.
Never mind. Reduce that by 10.
Okay.
You're still unconscious. That's okay. Rua goes right after me.
Yeah, I was about to say, Rua's now.
Right. Are there any legendary actions I need to know about before I go, or don't need to know about, but you need to calculate?
I do need to calculate, but not right now. So go on.
Okay. Stepping there. Shit, I can't see Esmeralda. She is technically a good person. Stepping there and then there. I'm still in the ghost range. So presumably... Wait.
The ghost has disadvantage to try and attack you if you just decide to walk past it.
But then I'm moving into melee with two things.
That's fair.
But there's no way I can otherwise see Esmeralda, so I guess I'm moving up there.
All right.
And
The
I'm
ghost.
twin spelling healing word
You
at
tried.
second level.
Yep.
Because that just requires the spell to have a range.
That's a 12. I don't think the ghost hits you.
No, it doesn't. Bounces off the mage armor. So I'm going to continue to be useless by second level healing wording both Jonelle and Esmeralda, who get like 11 back.
Yes. Yes, 11.
Hope you guys enjoyed that. I'm dead. I'm in melee with things. I'm dead.
In melee with undead. Just remember, it's still hard to hit you.
I am also in melee with one of them, so.
Are you the one with the shield mastery feat?
No,
Nope.
that's Krethik. I'm the one that injures them when they start their turn, though, so maybe the Banshee will die before she does anything.
At the end of your turn,
Get all their hit points back from the lair action.
They've taken radiant damage. Hopefully they don't.
at the end of Rua's turn, Strahd's going to use one of his legendary actions to try and put Esmeralda back down. But with that disadvantage, she rolls a natural 1.
Aha! Crit yourself in the face.
Why are you hitting yourself? Why are you hitting yourself?
Which then brings it to Esmeralda's turn, who's going to stand up
Blank him.
and why would you waste time casting spells that don't have that why would you waste time making attacks when you can just cast spells that don't require any kind of saving throw? As she just throws a 4th level magic missile at Strahd's face.
22 points of damage is pretty good.
Lair action. Strahd is not looking great.
Oh, poor baby. Not looking great. He floored almost all of us a second ago. Also, all of those undead that are near me take damage.
Yes. All
They
these
all
undead
take 6 points of radiant
Yep.
damage. Do any of them drop?
Not quite.
Damn it.
Strahd can move through walls right now, although that's not going to be super helpful. Krethik, it's your turn.
Okay. There's a ghost here that I need to kill, I assume.
There is a ghost there. Whether you need to kill it is up to your value judgment.
Up to my combat assessment judgment of not leaving a threat at our backs while we go. Yes.
Yeah.
Pretty sure an 11 misses.
Actually, 11 hits exactly.
All right. So, and a 25 hits, so that's a total of 17 radiant damage.
All right. Anything else?
Nope.
At the end of your turn, Strahd's going to use his legendary action to try and, again, take down the person who is casting spells at his face. With disadvantage, rolls an 11, though. Janelle, it's your turn.
Okay. I'm going to use my healing potion.
Not maximized.
It's 44 plus
44
4,
plus
right?
4, yep.
I have 13 hit points back. And he's going to stand up and he's going to roundhouse kick Strahd.
Rolling your attack roll.
21
Okay.
for 8 points of damage, and then 22 for another 10.
So, Janelle, how do you want to do this?
First kick goes to the stomach to make him bend over, and then rise up with a rising knee to the face.
So the as you stand from the ground, beaten and bloodied, your clothing torn and tattered from the constant stress and fighting that has pervaded you since you arrived on Ravenloft so long ago, with numerous companions that had once joined you and all been lost, you are the only remaining member who had originally arrived in this place. With your new companions at your side, you stand. And with that divine fury, that divine energy that has always fueled you as a monk of the Sun Soul, you spin with your heel out, trailing sunlight behind you as you crash into his abdomen, bending Strahd as he bends under the strength of your strike. And second, bring your knee up into his face with a sound of cracking bone as you crush the front bone of his skull into his brain. As he bends backward, his body disperses into mist, but surrounded in sunlight and radiant energy as it is, that mist rapidly turns to flame and dissipates.
Yay, Helm of Brilliance.
But the fight isn't over yet. Strahd is dead, but some of his minions still remain.
Okay, because now it's my turn.
Dorm.
Ta-da. Wish I could see. 5, 10, 15, 20. Get over here.
Although with Strahd dead, Bucephalus is no longer bound and also disappears.
25, taking attack opportunity, I'm assuming.
Yep, from the vampire spawn with disadvantage. That'll miss you.
Right. Great Weapon Master into the back of this Banshee. Actually, I still have my 5th level spell slot. Bonus action. Oh wait, no, I used Mass Cure Wounds. I don't. Yeah. So yeah, smashing it in the back with the Great Weapon Master. Great. Blam! Does a 19 hit the Banshee?
Yes. Roll damage.
25 points of damage. It is magical slashing.
It's dead.
Good. Then I'm gonna shift back over to here and use my bonus action to use my Warp Priest ability to smash this one without advantage. That's a 9. I miss.
9 misses.
But I've probably made myself a bigger threat than Rua at this point.
Speaking of, Rua, it's your turn. You're muted, Aaron. There you go. What you got?
Checking something. Discovering that Dragon's Breath is a spell that I really should have entered all of the details of because it's really hard to search for. Yeah. All right. I'm going to cast Dragon's Breath on myself with my bonus action and then use my action to use the Dragon's Breath
To exhale cold at this thing.
to exhale cold at this thing. Which, yeah, I can do without hitting anyone else.
And again, I'm going to say, because it's cold, that it's a con save instead of a dex save. Just as a DM, I feel like it's appropriate, even though by the spell it's always a dex save.
Cool.
It rolls an 11. Deal 3d6 damage.
I like how you didn't ask me what damage type it was.
I mean, I can read.
I might have decided fire, but no, absolutely.
Like, I feel like when you cast Dragon's Breath, if you choose either cold or poison, it's a con save.
Mhm.
Even though by spell it should be a dex save.
Yeah.
All right.
14 cold damage.
Yep, that hurts.
Good.
Esmeralda stands up, steps over the pile of dust and ectoplasm that used to be the Banshee, and looking very worn out, just kind of, all right, to the end of this, and she just starts wailing with her weapons on the vampire spawn.
It's a good thing we didn't all fail the save from the Banshee's Flail.
Jesus. 19, that'll hit for 7 piercing. 18 for 13 piercing. Picking up. 8 will miss though, so 21 points of damage. Which will be... All right. Wow, it's got... the vampire starts its turn. Roll your radiant damage.
3 points of radiant damage.
It had 2 hit points. It dies.
The ghost also takes that 3.
Yep. Ghost, for what it's worth, is going to attack Krethik with disadvantage. Six misses. It's a natural 1. Your turn, Krethik.
Jonel survived. He's a bit
Attack,
singed.
attack. 24 for 13.
All right.
Yeah.
It still holding on barely.
12
Miss
for
hits, yeah.
18.
Now it's dead.
Okay. And I move here.
And as the last of the beasts and monsters that Strahd had called to his command falls, an eerie quiet settles over the catacombs. And the mist that had once pervaded the ground slowly begins to dissipate.
So
I think we're
that's it.
done.
Carl just kind of leans against the wall, going, so, now how do we leave this place?
Well, first, we take 10 minutes. I cast Beacon of Hope on myself and then Prayer of Healing at 4th level, just in case something decides to try to fuck us on the way out. So a 4th level Prayer of Healing is
I'm just going to assume I'm at max.
gonna put you at 2d8, 3d8 plus 5.
Yeah, I'm at.
Which is another 29, so everyone gets 29.
Let us
I get 29 of a possible 47.
head up. Let us head upstairs
Oh,
and see.
58, but I've got minus.
Oh, is it? Wait, is it?
No, I've got a negative 18 until I rest.
So we have one more box text as we enter the epilogue. We have several more box texts actually because it's the epilogue, but
Duck and cover.
Strahd can't hide his surprise as death takes him into the black abyss. Surprise turns to rage, and the Pillarstone of Ravenloft trembles with fury, shaking dust from the ceiling of the vampire's tomb. The shudders abate as Strahd's burning hatred melts away, replaced at last with relief. The dark orbs of his eyes wither and sink into his skull as his corpse deteriorates before you. In a matter of moments, only bones, dust, and noble garb remain. Strahd von Zarovich, the Dark Lord of Barovia, is dead and gone.
Now, how the fuck do we get out of here?
There are stairs that
I
appear
meant-
to possibly go up
In
this way.
In a greater sense.
I don't know. Maybe we should go outside where the mists that brought us here were.
I believe the box text may continue.
So as
Oh.
a little bit of skipping forward, as you exit the castle, you find that the wild animals and mists that pervade this land have slowly begun to thin and recede. And the fog that surrounds the land thins, and it no longer harms those who pass through it. As Strahd's death grants Barovia a reprieve. Over time, the Barovians will take the sunlight as a sign that the evil in their land has been purged. Though escape is now possible, most Barovians realize that they have nowhere to go and no reason to leave. A few depart, fearing the return of the darkness or longing to see their ancestral homelands. Those who have souls can leave the valley, while those without souls fade into nothingness as they take their first steps beyond the edge of Strahd's former domain. But on the morning after Strahd's demise, before they leave, the characters are drawn to Castle Ravenloft's overlook, and there they witness the following. Thick clouds fill the sky. Through the chilly morning mists, the land of Barovia is visible far below. There is peacefulness here. Rest has come to the valley for the first time anyone can remember. A light flashes behind you. Wheeling around, you see a stately man, a being of flesh and blood, in shining armor and a flapping cape. His countenance shows great strength of will, yet the forcefulness of his presence is tempered by his calm, sad eyes. His features are those of Strahd, yet subtly different. His voice is calm and peaceful. My name is Sergei von Zarovich. He turns to Irina, who has arrived and stands here as well. Tatiana, the time is at hand to rest. Come, my love and my life. He stretches forth his hand. Irina Kolyana's questioning eyes suddenly open with recognition and knowledge. Forgotten memories rush back to her. Sergei, she cries, springing to him with the grace of a doe. They embrace. Irina turns to you and says, I am Irina Kolyana, but in my past I was Sergei's beloved Tatiana. Though these many centuries we have played out the tragedies of our lives, now, with our deepest gratitude to you, that tragedy is over. It is time for joy to begin again. Shimmering light surrounds Irina and Sergei. Hand in hand, they walk east toward the edge of the overlook. Their feet do not touch the ground as they tread a path beyond this mortal world. Their invisible road takes them beyond the eastern precipice, their glow illuminating and thinning the clouds above Barovia. The clouds suddenly break open, letting shafts of glorious sunlight flood through. In the valley below, the strange fog dissolves, and Barovia is free once more. Would you like to find out what happens in the aftermath after you guys leave?
I mean, I already.
Sure.
Everything goes back to shit because this is Ravenloft. Ravenloft resurrects everybody and it starts all the fuck over again.
But we're not there
I feel
anymore.
like the text box is probably more eloquent about it.
The bats, wolves, and direwolves of Barovia lose their supernatural link to Strahd upon his destruction and become ordinary beasts destined to be hunted down or driven to the farthest reaches of the Svalich woods. Even after Strahd's death, Castle Ravenloft remains a haunted place shunned by all Barovians. Its dark immensity and threatening countenance are enough to deter locals from plundering or reoccupying it. The one that you missed, the rise of Ismark, because he died. If Ismark survives the adventure, Ismark Koyanovich becomes Burgomeister of the village of Barovia. He is grateful to the character's role they have accomplished and he urges them to stay in Barovia and help him rid the land of its other threats, offering his village as a safe haven. Unfortunately, he died.
Yep.
Wouldn't have stayed anyways. Sorry, kid, you're on your own. Peace.
The Vistani Exodus. Fearing that the Barovians might kill them for being spies and collaborators, the Vistani pack up their wagons and leave the valley with great haste. The Barovians are happy to see them go. Rudolf van Richten, who the group of you encountered once as Rictavio, the half-elven bard, secretly the vampire hunter Rudolf, leaves Barovia to live out his remaining days in solitude. His protege, Esmeralda d'Avenier, isn't convinced that Strahd is truly dead. She also knows that there are other evils in Barovia to be conquered, and so she elects to remain in the valley. Upon his death, Strahd's vampire spawn are freed from his control, and each seeks a new destiny.
Well,
Escher,
well, little late for that. We
Yeah.
killed them all.
yeah, you killed most of
Killed
them.
most of them. Yeah.
Escher, in particular, leaves the realm in search of new experiences and a way to become a vampire lord himself.
Yeah, that's
If
the one we
Petrina-
didn't kill.
That's the one you didn't kill. If
Yeah.
Petrina Velikovna lives, which she does not, she was one of the ones that you killed.
Murdered.
She begins to plunder arcane knowledge from Castle Ravenloft and the Amber Temple and prepares to become Barovia's new master. Too late, dead. Strahd's return.
I mean, we basically just saved Strahd a little power struggle when he comes back and does so, and has to take the land back from his ex.
You know.
I did not give you that in the will.
I didn't give you anything.
Hey, we're not scorning the vaguely empowered woman in the Gothic Strahd verse.
No, we're not.
No,
we
we killed
absolutely
her.
aren't.
We killed her, though.
Barovia is, because
Yeah.
Barovia is an inherently unfair place.
Strahd's return. Esmeralda's suspicion proves justified. Strahd's destruction is temporary, for his curse can't so easily be ended. The ancient dark powers with which Strahd forged his pact caused the vampire to reform after a period of months, long enough for the Barovians to discover what it feels like to live a life of hope. When Strahd is reborn, the mists surround the land of Barovia once more, and the Barovians' hope turns to horrible despair. Strahd remembers the defeat dealt to him and begins plotting his revenge.
What if I cast remove curse on the cat?
That's not
Nope.
strong enough. After the mists reappear,
The adventure goes to level 10.
Madame Ava and her Vistani come back to the valley. The beasts of the land once more fall under Strahd's spell, and the Burgomeisters fortify their settlements, hoping against all hope that someone can save them from Strahd again.
I want the mists to accidentally grab a bunch of 20th level adventurers next time.
And they just like, oh, well, vampire? Sure.
So,
No.
we can fix this.
The 20th level adventurers don't go to Barovia. They go to one of the other domes.
Yeah, they go to one of the other places in the demiplane of dread.
They go to like fucking Scythicus or something, like Scythicus, or oh god, what's the one that Adam runs?
Is
Anyway.
the Tomb of Horrors one of them?
No, Tomb of Horrors is its own thing. It's Greyhawk.
But since this is Adventurers League, I feel like it's appropriate for each of you to tell me your character's epilogue as it pertains after these harrowing experiences in the lands of Barovia. Do they stay? Do they go? What do they do after they leave?
Oh
if they do?
fuck no, they don't stay.
Yeah, no, not
Does
sticking
anybody
around.
want to stay in this hellhole?
Having had a weird afternoon.
For
She
real,
comes
yeah, it's
back
only been like a day and a half, you know?
Tangentially as tangentially as a servant of Aru, and eventually in the name of her goddess probably tries to hunt down her mother, for ritual sacrifice or something.
I mean, as far as Krethic goes to go home, but instead of going back to Eberron, because he came here because he walked into the dead gray mists of the Bornland, and that transported him here. Instead of going back there because Mournland and wacky magic, he actually ends up in Faerun. And now he is the hobgoblin paladin of the religion that doesn't have a corresponding deity in Faerun, wandering around generally just doing good.
Where the deities are quite present, and he is rather a
The deities
confused
are
thing.
very present, and people are very confused by a well-mannered hobgoblin.
And he somehow manages to not get killed on sight.
Yes.
I mean, he's a hobgoblin in like full plate and like shining armor.
Plate armor with a fucking lightsaber.
Like I feel like
I
when he
feel
walks
like
around with he walks around with his helmet on.
Leon sight, if anything. At some point, the hobgoblin becomes rather dangerous.
Like I feel like he walks around with his helmet on, so people don't immediately know that he's a hobgoblin. So he can make a good impression before he takes the helmet off.
Probably.
You see my charisma score before you see my face.
What about Jonelle?
Jonelle will, coming back to the Forgotten Realms, he would two things. He would return Valus's holy symbol back to his order and just let them know that he died fighting great evil.
Here lies Valus. He dies because he was dumb.
He'll embellish a little bit.
He was a good man. A stupid man, but a good man.
Don't worry, no one's going to Ravenloft to fact check this or biography.
You never know. The next group of low level adventurers, one might have been from Valus's temple, and they find Valus's corpse.
And kind of same thing.
Does that mean the corpse of Valus becomes a quest point? Is this Curse of Strahd legacy?
Oh my god! I would love to do a legacy Curse of Strahd sometime down the line.
Where it's like
What's the roguelike game where you're fighting through a castle, and when you die, you play as your descendant?
Rogue's Legacy.
Rogue's Legacy, yeah.
That's the one you're referencing.
I was actually referencing the Legacy board games, like Risk Legacy and Pandemic Legacy.
I mean, one of these days, I absolutely do want to run not Curse of Strahd,
but Demiplane of Dread.
A Ravenloft campaign.
Yeah. A full campaign of the Demiplane of Dread.
Because Ravenloft is the great. Oh, it's not Eberron good, but it's real close.
I'd be up for that.
And
as long as you don't, as long as you don't pretend, as long as you pretend that the Vistani are not the highly problematic metaphor for Roma that they are in the
So Zorm.
No, first finish off Jonelle.
And then he would probably do the same thing with Connie's religious tome and how she died gloriously.
I like to think that you find Maria, and Maria's just like, no, I had no fucking clue what happened. I just woke up and I wasn't in there anymore.
Oh, Maria knows that she got pulled out by her patron. Her patron opened up a portal and ripped her out because your patron is stronger than Strahd, no matter what Strahd thinks.
Yeah.
And he would then just go wandering off into the wilderness.
You probably run into Maria at some point again.
It's like,
there we go.
So that's where you went.
Hey,
Jonelle, Maria, and Krethic form an adventuring party.
Sure.
Probably.
And eventually you have to go fight Rua because as a follower of Arul, she's probably holed up in a bandit capital somewhere.
I mean, you're not necessarily wrong there. I like Arul.
And then Zorm.
So Zorm goes back to his ship. The problem is that in his absence, the ship managed to crash onto a material plane.
It no longer has a steering wheel.
That's why it crashed. It crashed onto the plane of Grantera,
which is where we found it in the last campaign.
Where the crew was subsequently butchered by a roaming band of adventurers.
Oh, was that when I was playing Whack-A-Mole?
So
I
That-
remember that fight. That was fun.
That was the pirate ship that we found for Grand Terra Adventures.
yeah. So he had to.
Did you make Zorn with that in mind?
Yes, I did. I absolutely did.
That's kind of, okay. Yeah. I'll do
And
that
so
one.
he had to repair. He had to call in another ship from the
From the
Astral
Gift
Plane
Fleet.
to come and help him pick up the remains that were gone through by a bunch of adventurers.
You tried to kidnap us.
That's what happens to Zorn. Yes, I did make Zorn with that in mind.
Nice. And so ends our Adventurers League Curse of Strahd campaign. John and Aaron, would you like to inform the group of what we're doing next time?
Okay, sure. For at least the next few weeks, who knows? It depends on a lot of factors. We're going to be engaging in the Pathfinder playtest, which means I am going to be GMing these people through a system that's not quite complete, and I believe just had its 4th, possibly 5th, etc. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be different. We've all got different levels of Pathfinder experience, but like Adventurers League, we're sort of going to try and play by the rules such as they are right now.
Yep.
Um,
I guess we'll executive decision right now. Do you want to do session 0 on stream?
I don't think so. I think that a lot of those are like questions that are just easier when we don't also have to be.
So in that case, there will not be a stream next week. So the stream will pick up the week after with Pathfinder.
Mhm. Yep.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Your tour.
Goodbye.